Top of the eighth, Diamondbacks, Blue Jays here in the Rogers Center. The roof is open on a beautiful Toronto, Canada night as Mason Fluharty's the new pitcher for Toronto. 3.94 ERA in 31 games, a K-9 rate of 9.4. And he holds lefties and righties both under 200 on batting average. First batter he'll face. Oh, we got some defensive changes. David Schneider in left, and Will Robertson in center.
First major league appearance in center. He's got about 500 minor league innings out there. Schneider to left, and Randall Grichuk up to the plate.
And we got a pinch hitter, Randall Grichuk, to the plate. That misses outside, ball one.
Second year in a row with Arizona for Grichuk, who had a big year as a platoon guy for the Diamondbacks last year. Re-signed on a second one-year deal.
1-0 offering. Grichuk hits a ground ball foul. The count's tied up. I believe Grichuk is pinch hitting for either he's a pinch hitting DH or he's going to be in center, pinch hitting for Thomas. 1-1. Swing and a foul tip into the glove.
Grichuk leading the Blue Jays in home runs and RBIs in 2019 when he clubbed 31 homers, drove in 80. 31 homers still stands as a career high.
Payoff. Foul back.
Again. He's got him in swing mode right now. Grichuk doing a good job of fouling him off.
Slowing Randall up with the sweeper there, the slower breaking pitch down in the zone. He will run that cutter in on righties, but he'll oftentimes use it away and backdoor it. Looks like the setup is away.
1-2. Outside, and the count's tied up again, this time at 2.
Like you mentioned.
Fouled back again.
The way that cutter gets in on his hands, it makes you wonder if you want to go back there, but Randall to me has always been more of a fastball type hitter, so even though you're jamming him with that cutter, you still think that spin, the sweeper might be the pitch.
2-2 again.
2-2.
Ground ball right to Ernie Clement. Fire to first, and Grichuk is retired.
Execution there, it's just a little bit
One down.
slower, so you get him out front and rolls it
And
over.
yeah,
to
Grichuk
pretty
pinch hit it for
defender,
Pavin
Clement.
Smith as Alec Thomas is at the plate
A
now.
little bit maybe with that cutter in to set him up.
So the bottom of the order, Mason Fluharty's getting as Grichuk was batting 7th.
Because you had to react
8th for Alec Thomas.
Now you're out front of the breaking pitch.
And the catcher, Jose Herrera, is 9th.
Be right, and Randall, we know, can be a dangerous right-handed hitter.
Lefty here, and Thomas
High ball one.
nearly gets hit. 1-0.
They decided to leave Thomas in there, the left-handed hitter,
Decided
in part
to
because
That pitch straight Alec
likely
Thomas
his,
out
his
there.
defensive value. He's a really good center fielder. We've seen that today.
One-run lead. Watch your D out there.
Swing and a miss. Went after the high heat again and couldn't find it.
DH spot in Pavin Smith. That's not going to impact your defense at all.
That one runs inside. Thomas gets out of the way, and it's 2 balls and a strike on him.
Tim Tawa, Gabriel Moreno, and Ildemaro Vargas still on the bench for Arizona.
Swing and a miss. Chase down.
Got him out in front of the sweeper, 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Thomas with no one on and an out.
Not that it's a dead giveaway, but when a hitter looks like that on a swing, on a pitch like that, I come right back to it.
Lefty payoff. Got him! Went off speed again, and Thomas chased again. 2 outs.
Fluharty, Joe.
You can look at the numbers, you can look at the data, you can look at heat maps, but ultimately you got to see what's happening right here in game, and that hitter's clearly not seeing that pitch out of the hand of Fluharty. So you come right back with it. Credit Kirk for calling it, credit Mason for executing it perfectly.
Here's the catcher, Jose Herrera.
Down, Jose Herrera at the plate.
He's hitless tonight. And watches that first pitch. Miss on the other batter's box. 1-0. 3 groundouts for Jose Herrera.
Fluharty is the
As
third
he and Alejandro
Blue Jays
Kirk
reliever, 4th pitcher overall
are
in
talking.
this ball game. Bassett, Little, Fisher coming before him.
That's a ground ball, and it's past Bo Bichette for a base hit. A 2-out single for Jose Herrera to bring up Corbin Carroll.
Top of the order, a chance here in the 8th.
So now Arizona's order flips over to the top.
It's a big knock from a guy who doesn't play all that often.
And he gets the spot start here, just called upon about 30 minutes before the ball game, and that's a big hit for the Diamondbacks with 2 outs in the 8th to turn
Bo
that
Bichette
lineup
was just a
over.
second late there on the
Corbin
slide.
Carroll and company doing everything they can to add on.
Last 2 times, Carroll has been
But
up
here's
these
the Gazelle,
multiple
Corbin
times,
Carroll.
and it's eventually led to a run.
Lefty. And instead of Alec Thomas, he does not chase
Came around to score.
at the off-speed pitch down in the dirt. It's
But even
1-0.
in the 7th inning, he's replaced by a fielder's choice. And then eventually, Ketel Marte, who hit the fielder's choice, scores as what's now the go-ahead run. 4-3 lead, built on that run in the 7th.
1-0 delivery. In there to tie the count up. Got
Looks
action
like
in
we could see
Arizona's
an
pen.
earner for the Diamondbacks in the bottom
Juan
of the 8th.
Murillo.
Juan Murillo is warming up, right-hander for Arizona.
1-1 delivery from Fluharty. That's inside. Ball 2. Carroll has been really mashing this year, but he's in a tough spot here. Lefty, not ideal for him with 2 outs and a runner on. But he's ahead in the count, to his credit. That catches the corner of the zone, strike 2. Nice pitch from Fluharty to get the inside edge. Now he just needs to execute 1 pitch to keep Toronto down by a run. Here's the payoff to get out of it. And it's a ground ball past Vladdy, but it's foul.
Nearly a great play from Vladdy, nearly an extra base hit for Carroll. Instead, it's still 2-2.
Well, John Bacon, the first base umpire, came up with his arms right away, and that's because Vladdy was just beyond the first base bag, so that's his call. And I like the way he did it very quickly, too, because then the home plate umpire also knew that he had the call. Dave McKay having a few words with Vladdy around the first base bag.
I think Kirk might have been clipped by Carroll on the backswing, by the way. Carroll just went back and patted him on the shoulder on the back. Looks like Kirk is all right.
Another 2-2 pitch.
2-2.
Down.
On the way on the cutter.
Full count.
This Diamondbacks lineup, again, this is
Ketel on deck.
matchup, and obviously a very good hitter at the plate, but you can just see they don't give that bats away. They make pitchers work, and it just feels like all night that's the way they have been at the plate.
Full count with a runner on and the 1-run lead for Arizona. The pitch is spiked, and Corbin Carroll draws a 2-out walk. And just like that, the Diamondbacks have 2 runners on, and maybe a 2-out rally will begin here. As here's Ketel to the plate, and here comes Toronto's pitching coach out to talk with Mason Fluharty.
Stream on, game on with Rogers Xfinity. Stream, share, and score big with Canada's most reliable internet.
Under the lights in downtown Toronto, it's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Blue Jays 3. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm Ben Schulman alongside Joe Siddle, Emily Agard, and Arden Swelling as well. D-backs came back from down 2-0 to lead 4-3. Blue Jays, though, just scored the latest run, and they want to keep momentum on their side. 2 on though, 2 out.
Got action in the
Yariel
bullpen for
Rodriguez
Toronto.
warming up. We saw him up and
Yariel
running
Rodriguez.
earlier just lightly. Now he's starting to really get hot.
Does that early in the ball game so that he is ready to go when called upon. And Mason Fluharty has got a tough customer here in Ketel Marte.
2 on, 2 out. 4-3 Diamondbacks. Ketel at the plate. And Fluharty misses outside, ball 1.
Over 20 pitches before even throwing one to Marte.
Ketel is 1 for 4, singled and scored in the 5th inning.
Fueled a 2-run rally in the 5th that
Ahead in the count 1-0 here is a long look from Fluharty toward Herrera at second. The pitch is in there. Strike 1. Ketel is not really good against left-handed pitching this season.
batting
719
right-hand hitter this year.
OPS against lefties.
Well over 300 as a left-handed hitter.
1-1 is
Well,
up
the
and
funny
in.
thing about that
Ball 2.
is, in his career, it's much closer, and actually he's probably better over his career as a right-handed hitter. But this season, it seems to be the opposite.
And you kind of go by the sample. I think we're now well into the season.
2-1 offering.
Enough
Spiked.
to say that there's something to it this year.
And if Fluharty's not careful, one more miss and the bases
You
are
might
loaded.
argue as his career goes on, he hits more and more as a lefty, less and less as a righty.
It's 3-1 on Ketel with Herrera at second
Could
and
be
Corbin
any
Carroll
number
at
of reasons
first.
so, but doesn't matter if they can't get in the zone. Here's the 3-1.
3-1. And Ketel, it's a fly ball to center. Coming in to make the catch is Robertson, and that'll do it. The Diamondbacks leave 2 stranded, but they still lead 4-3 heading into the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back from Canada. The Diamondbacks have blown 22 leads this season, 3rd most in the majors. The Blue Jays have the 2nd most comeback wins in the majors this season, 21.
And the way you come back late in ball games is 1.
Arizona has the lead, Toronto is down, so which one of those things will happen tonight? Or will it be another one? Juan Murillo is out there for Arizona to pitch in the bottom of the 8th.
Close to 5 in his 20 games. He's got a slider.
The Diamondbacks recently lost their closer Justin Martinez to Tommy John, so most likely Shelby Miller will come out for the 9th. As here's George Springer to lead things off for Toronto at the plate.
Averages 99 on the 4-seamer, mixes in a slider, a sinker, and a changeup as well. 7 innings scoreless
First
between
pitch.
April and June. He struggled a lot.
Swing and a miss. 99 right down the pipe for strike 1.
Really got up. It was an ERA.
George Springer singled in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 3 tonight as the
That
DH.
can happen to relievers too. I mean, you can have a lot of bad years, but a few.
0-1
takes a long time to recover
is
from.
just
These are the plate appearances
outside.
right here. We talk about
To tie the
comeback
count up,
innings,
good
quality
take from
plate
Springer.
appearance for George here. Laying off that fastball just off the zone. Make him work. Maybe he can't find the zone and you get the free pass to get things going.
Fouled off.
Swing and a foul to the right, hit high into the seats.
1-2.
It's 1-2. Springer singled to left in the 6th inning, but did not advance from there. He's 1 for 3.
Payoff from Murillo. Fouled out of play.
Big stuff from Murillo, an international signing out of Venezuela by the Dodgers back in 2015. Pitch from 15 to 24 in the Dodgers system. Never made it above double.
1-2 again. And same exact spot as the second pitch that was called the ball. Good eye from Springer again. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the count.
It's a secondary pitch to go with it. He spotted it beautifully down and away. Good thing for George, just off the corner. Left another one down.
2-2. Springer nearly gets folded on that pitch, but he fouls it off and stumbles out of the box. Folded.
Andres Jimenez on deck, pardon me, and Ernie Clements after him.
Pound in the strike zone, though. Murillo is.
fouled off
fastball.
again.
Yeah, he's been all over the zone, and even that miss on the slider. It's
That bat has gone for 7 pitches now. This will be the 8th one coming here.
Matchup right here. They'll probably continue to try to keep that fastball elevated against George.
This is a great at bat between these two.
8th pitch to Springer.
Springer fouls it off again. We'll go to the 9th pitch.
Springer seems to be on the fastball, even when it's been a little more up in the zone.
And these foul balls extend the at bat. It gives you more pitches to see. Now he's seen that plenty.
Pitch number 9 between Murillo and Springer. It is outside, and I believe that was the target from Herrera. The count is full.
That may be the biggest miss so far. Ball out of the
Jimenez on deck.
Still, good take. I mean, when the guys you're gearing up.
10th pitch this at bat. It's a full count delivery, and it's in there. Called strike 3. George Springer goes down looking. Got freezed on the off speed. And what an amazing pitch that was from Juan Murillo to get the backwards K.
Before this one wraps up, the Yankees lost again their 5th in a row as the Angels have beat them on back-to-back nights, actually shut them out on back-to-back nights.
Here's Andres Jimenez.
In 20 innings,
He's batting 0 for tonight.
Extras in that game. The Yankees have not scored against Los Angeles.
And takes one inside and in there for strike 1. He got hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning.
Baseball, but especially in the AL East,
Andres Jimenez not known for his hitting, but known for his platinum glove defense at second base.
Team in this division, as good as the Yankees have been.
And he's already down 0-2 as that one's dotted up at 99.
Side edge. It's 0-2 on Jimenez. And the Rays are about the Blue Jays on the standings. The Rays are losing right now at home against Baltimore. It's 4-1 for the Orioles. So if you're the Blue Jays, a chance to gain on both of the teams ahead of you. But you got to come back, trailing 4-3.
Murillo ahead 0-2. And he'll fire the payoff.
Orioles 0-2.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it by him at 99 for the second strikeout this inning.
And there are 2 down.
Well, we've seen that from Jimenez, who has had much more difficulties with the heater, and especially this high-powered heater. You can see that's just by him as he swings right underneath the baseball.
I believe that was on 3 straight pitches, too. Here's Ernie Clement, also batting 0 for tonight. 2 outs, he hits a ground ball. Oh, and it's off the glove of Eugenio Suarez. And that'll be a hit for Clement.
Clement jumps on a first pitch slider. And hit off the glove and then through the
he reaches, I should say. That'll probably be an error on Suarez.
The Blue Jays have the tying run on base.
Well, they will take it, and now it's a matter of maybe
as it'll bounce right to Suarez and off the side of his glove.
Speed on the bases, as Suarez just cannot pick that ball cleanly. Ernie going up very aggressively, gets a slider in the zone. Why wait around when the guy's throwing 100 with a good slider?
Here's Will Robertson.
Base hit for Clement. First pitch to Will Robertson.
Robertson fouls it off.
0-1.
0-1. He is the go-ahead run at the plate.
If Will Robertson can find a gap, good chance Ernie Clement's getting the wave around third with his speed.
8 doubles, 12 homers with AAA Buffalo this year for Robertson.
Check swing. And he went around. He's down 0-2.
Yeah, that was a change.
It's the lefties.
Quickly 0-2 on the rookie Robertson. 2 outs. Runner at first in Clement. And Toronto down by a run. Here's the payoff. That's up high. Ball 1. And the at-bat extends.
He's been on twice today, Robertson. Hit by a pitch and walked once. He also struck out looking his last time up.
1-2. Got him!
He got him. 3 strikeouts.
Swing and a miss by Will Robertson. 99 at the top of the zone. And we head to the 9th inning. Arizona leads 4-3. Heading up to the plate.
Download for free today.
Top of the 9th here in the Rogers Center. Diamondbacks lead 4-3, and a new pitcher for the Blue Jays. It's their closer, Jeff Hoffman.
So you might be saying, hey, why is the Blue Jays closer into the game? They're trailing, but it's been a long time, Joe, since Jeff Hoffman last worked.
Tuesday in St. Louis is the last time Jeff pitched, so he'll need some work, and why not try to Keep the Diamondbacks
Jeff
up
Hoffman
one more time
going to
be
get
a big
up against
comeback
Geraldo
Blue Jays
Perdomo
opportunity.
to start things off here in the top of the ninth.
Perdomo leads off. Hoffman's pitch. Fastball
Hoffman
away.
misses outside, ball one.
Hoffman hasn't pitched in a week because he went back-to-back days in St. Louis, and then he had the last game.
Perdomo walked in his last at bat.
And
He's
then
batting over
you end
tonight.
up having day off, they get swept. Day off again. There were just no opportunities really to use it.
No leads.
That misses inside. Good eye
And
from
very
Perdomo.
briefly in the Phillies series, second inning of a game, but didn't come close to needing to use the closer.
And that's not ideal when you have to bring your closer in because he hasn't worked. Tough series in Philly, no question. Gets that
2-0.
Well, sometimes
Hoffman
it's good,
misses
sometimes it
outside
makes you
again.
win
He's
5
quickly
games in a
down
row by 6
3-0 in
runs.
the
That's
count.
the reason.
As Perdomo so far has been taken all the way.
To Perdomo.
3-0 is
Over the plate, strike
right down the
one.
pipe for strike one at 96. Strike one.
Hoffman with a 3.86 ERA in the month of June. 2 earned runs in 4 2/3.
And Hoffman misses outside, and that's a leadoff walk drawn by Geraldo Perdomo. And as I say for pitchers, leadoff walks, never good.
That's
Here
the big
is
walk
Josh
overall
Naylor
for
to the
Blue
plate.
Jays
He's got a
pitching. You
multi-hit
could
game
call it
going,
7
2 for
free
4.
passes if you lump in the 2-hit batters from Chris Bassett as well. Been a nice day for the Mississauga native Josh Naylor.
First pitch is the swing and a miss. Strike one.
That's an ideal splitter there, too. This one going a little bit more away than down, but away from a very dangerous bat.
A career 309 hitter against the Blue Jays in 18 games. He's added to that average. 2 for 4 so far today.
0-1 is at the corner for strike two. Good pitch from Hoffman.
Good job by Alejandro. It's tough to get that pitch, too, when you miss on the other side of the plate. He goes to his backhand and gives Will Little, the home plate umpire, a good look. Good enough to get the call.
Naylor down 0-2. He's going to have to protect. Payoff from Hoffman. Fly ball center field. Will Robertson makes the catch. He'll fire it in. Perdomo thought about tagging, but he'll stay put at first.
It's where location
Naylor
is
flies
so
out the
important.
center to
You've
start.
got a pretty good hitter down in the count, but because that pitch is up and away from Naylor, it's hard to get to drive, and he gets it toward the end of the bat. It's a routine out to center field.
Pretty impressive he hit it that far, to be honest, considering
And
that's
here is Eugenio
maybe a
Suarez.
ball and a half outside.
And that's why location is still important, because if that's on the plate more, that ball might be driven.
Suarez is 1 for 2. And he fouls off the first pitch.
Suarez has
0-1.
thrown a lot of balls far so far this year.
Suarez is 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch twice tonight.
He looked like right
Hit a
there.
single,
He was
which
looking
produced
for a
an RBI.
fastball from Hoffman to increase their lead. Pretty good hack right there.
He can change games quick.
Check over at first, and they got him in a rundown. Vladdy to Jimenez. He tags Perdomo.
Perdomo for the out. Perdomo
And just like that, there's 2 outs.
Throw was a little bit wide and low. Vladdy made the dig, got up, chased him down before Andres Jimenez finished it off.
Well, it's a good hold.
So the
You
thrower
see
to
Perdomo
first,
get antsy over there,
and
Vladdy
Perdomo didn't
misses
get
the tag
his
there, but
slide wasn't enough to get back to the bag, and Vladdy ended up with the ball
Get antsy to try to steal a bag right
in
there.
front of
Good
him.
by Vladdy.
and ended up being a rundown. And Jimenez came in to finish off Perdomo.
Well, that
So
changes
2
the inning
outs.
in a big way now. 2 outs and the bases
And
empty.
no traffic for Hoffman.
Suarez.
And Suarez rips one right to Ernie Clement at third, playing on the line, and he fires over to Vladdy to end the inning.
Thanks to a good pickoff move.
And we head to the bottom of the ninth. Blue Jays down by a run. They'll get the top of the order up against Shelby Miller. We'll be right back. Bottom of the ninth. Diamondbacks 4, Blue Jays 3.
Eric Lauer, the left-hander, getting a call for the start for the Blue Jays. On the other side, experienced lefty.
Let's
longtime
see
Red Sox Eduardo
what'll happen.
Rodriguez will go for Arizona. Still a lot to be decided in this one, though. Blue Jays within one as we go to the bottom of
Shelby Miller, the Diamondbacks closer again after Justin Martinez had Tommy John.
Starter. Now the closer for the Diamondbacks, Shelby Miller, is on, looking to finish off this game.
34 years old, and he has been around the block. That ERA at 1.57. He's pitched for the Cardinals, Atlanta, Arizona before for a few years. He's been to Texas, the Cubs.
And the first batter he'll face
this year. High-powered fastball, and really it's going to be that
is Schneider. Davis Schneider.
big heat with the
First pitch.
main secondary.
Misses in the other batter's box. 1-0. Davis Schneider, who came off the bench, is 0 for 1. He flew out in the 7th.
Signed on a minor league deal with the Diamondbacks. Started closing
Schneider
games by
batting
May
ninth.
1st.
Watches
There's a
one.
fastball in
Go
there
in the
for
zone. Strike one.
A guy whose career looked like it might be coming to a close in the late 2010s, early 2020s.
1-1 is in there for strike two.
Though has helped him get right back into the thick of things.
Just like he'll use the four-seamer at the top of the zone, the splitter down, and then that sweeper, when he uses it to a righty, it'll be away. So he's got all those different areas covered. That one held the zone.
Miller trying to start things off with a strike.
Tough pitch to handle.
Strikeout, I should say. Payoff. Misses high.
Especially when he
Count tied up at 2.
97 up top.
Miller shakes. Now settles on a pitch from Herrera. And here's the 2-2. And it's a called strike 3. Got him looking. One out as Davis Schneider gets frozen on the fastball.
When you get other pitches
That
in
was
your hand,
painted.
a fastball like that can get on you real quick and by you. And I think Davis is telling Addison right there is a fastball. And
now,
him. You really just have to stay
the Blue
on
Jays
the
order
fastball
flips
and
over
take
to
your
the
chances
top.
against the secondary
And
pitches.
here is Bo to the plate. He's batting 0 for tonight as well. First pitch. Misses in the other batter's box again. 1-0. Bo Bichette doubled and scored in his last at-bat. Back in the 7th.
If you're the Blue Jays right now, just get the line to Vladdy. He's been the guy tonight. He's got 3 of
1-0 offering.
Blue Jay hits.
That's painted for strike 1 on the edge. Vladdy in the hole. Produced an RBI single that got by Suarez and Perdomo in the 7th.
Today in the 3-hole, but now that they have him at 3rd rather than 2nd, they need someone to get
1-1 delivery. Fouled off.
And this is why the order can be very interesting. I've always been a fan, or at least especially going into this year, when the talk was that George was going to be out of the leadoff spot. This going back spring training.
Ball calls
Who was
time.
going to lead off because there was no real true leadoff hitter. I wanted my best hitters right up there, and that's just the way. Now Addison Barger, very good hitter right now, but the way we're sitting right now, this game could end without Vladdy hitting, and that's something that you have to reconsider.
1-2. Ripped! Deep left field! This game is tied! Bo Bichette crushes one to tie the game in the bottom of the 9th. Holy cow, that thing was whistling off the bat. He hit it so hard. 4-4. 399 and a 108 off the bat for Bo Bichette. And the Toronto crowd has rose back to life.
The lineup turns over. It's Bo Bichette against the closer for the Diamondbacks. And he ties it up with one
And
swing.
Bo Bichette gets the home run jacket as he ties the game at 4 in the bottom of the 9th and changes this entire ball game.
Down and in to grab that one and scoop it over the wall.
Now here's Addison, and he takes a wild swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 0-1.
And because it's a splitter from a right-hander, that splitter is going to go down and in. And that's a good thing for a right-handed batter. A little slower speed, catch it up.
0-1 offering.
Barrels it into the
This
seats.
Toronto crowd back into it now.
Dangerous place to miss for a right-handed pitcher. And Bo knew it right off the bat with that two-strike approach.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 96.
Over the middle. It's 1-2. Just a line drive right to left. Bichette's ninth of the year. He and Guerrero have both homered in this game. They've been the drivers of the offense today for sure.
The payoff from Miller to Barger. Up high, and the count's tied up at 2. Addison is 1 for 4. He doubled and scored in the first inning. Trying to produce a walk-off homer. 2-2. Addison, Barger to right. The Blue Jays win! 2 no-doubt shots back-to-back to win it for the Blue Jays. Oh my gosh! Unreal! Oh man! Bo to left, Addison to right, and Toronto out of nowhere with a huge power surge. Win it! Oh my gosh! 2 absolute tanks.
Didn't need the number 3 hitter to finish things up. Vladdy drove
Woo.
in 3 tonight.
Unbelievable comeback win for the Blue Jays.
And Addison Barger back to back.
And this Toronto crowd gets to go home happy.
It's a splitter again for Miller. This one down and in, and you think Addison knew he got that right away.
Unbelievable.
Second career walk-off homer for Addison Barger, who also...
See y'all later. Are we out? Peace. What a win for Toronto. And what power they showed off to do it.